I'm not even going to say it today. We're just going to hunt a couple of nickel boxes and hope for some good finds. Hey everyone, it's RobFindsTreasure. Welcome back to my channel. We have a 2-box nickel hunt in our quest to complete the Series 2 album. You know what we need. We're not even going to say it. I've got a couple of nickel boxes in front of me. I've checked through the holes in the bottom. They're both circulated boxes. They don't look that great, kind of like the last hunt. They look pretty tough. A lot more newer nickels now in my area because I've had so many of the uncirculated ones make their way into circulation finally. This is going to be hunt and field number 156, and it's boxes 174 and 175 for the Series 2 album. Again, you know what we need. We'll take a look at the end of the hunt to see if we have any upgrades or additions. But for now, we're going to crack open this first box and just get to cracking open some rolls and seeing if we can find some silver, some buffaloes, some proof nickels, some foreign nickels, anything that was fun to find. All right. Definitely looks like a tough box. As you can see, not a lot of older Jefferson designs that I can see, but it's what's on the inside that matters. All right. Wish me luck. Hopefully this hunt's better than the last 2-box hunt. Let's get it started. I'll bring you in when I have my first find of box number 1. We're on roll number 4, and we have our first Jefferson nickel from the 40s. It's going to be a 1941 Philadelphia. We also found a 53P, but it wasn't one of the Henning nickels. Back to the hunt. Just grabbed roll number 6 out of the box and opened it up, and I think we might have a war nickel. I don't know if you guys can tell, but right here, we have a different colored edge. Let's see if it's a war nickel. And it is 1943. Hopefully it's a Denver. That'd be a tougher date. 1943, San Francisco. For those that don't know, anytime you have a big mint mark above the Monticello on the reverse, like I have on my mat, that means that it was minted with 35% silver. You know, it's worth a little over $1. And considering I paid a nickel for it, I'll take it. Looks nice on the board. Hopefully it's not a jinx because the last 2-box hunt was tough and we had a 43S in that 2-box hunt as well. So, nice seeing silver. Hopefully it's a good sign, not an omen. Let's get back to the hunt. Roll number 7. Our second nickel, a third nickel from the 40s if we count the war nickel. 1947, Philadelphia. Just cracked open roll number 16, flatten it out, and take a look at what I see about the 5th coin in. We are going to have a buffalo nickel. Looks pretty toasty. It's a type 2. I can't see if there's a mint mark yet. Probably no date. Yeah, probably no date. Let's check that mint mark area really quick. That is going to be tough. I'm going to have to probably nick a date the mint mark area. And I might be able to pull a date on this one. Let me wipe this away, see if I can get a date, and then examine the mint mark area in just a second. All right, I wiped the date area away, and I think you can clearly see there's a 0 there, and that's going to be a 2. So it's definitely a 1920. Unfortunately, without nickodating it, I can't read if there is a mint mark down below the words 5 cents. And there could be, but there's also damage there. So I think if I nickodate it, all I'm going to do is expose more of the damage. And it probably does not have a mint mark anyway. Either way, it's heavily worn, barely has a date, 1920. We're going to call it Philadelphia. Still nice seeing an oldie in the box. And now we have a silver and a buffalo through 16 rolls. Roll number 23 was pulled out of the box, and I exposed the 1940 end coin. So we know we have a find. Let's see if it's a 1940 San Francisco or just a regular 1940 Philly. That 1940 end coin is indeed a Philadelphia, and while I have you here, I see a Denver minted. Looks like could be an older strike, but it's a 64. The hunt continues. Roll number 26 is going to give us 2 finds. We've got a 1948 right here in the front, 48 Philadelphia, and we can see it right there. Another 1940 peeking out. 1940, Denver this time. Roll number 28 is going to give us a 1942 nickel, transition year. Does not look silver. We'll take one from Denver, though. But it's going to be a 42 Philadelphia non-silver nickel. Still a tougher date. Not a much better date, but still good one for the board. Roll number 29. Another nickel from 1941, minted in Denver. Roll number 30 is going to give us an old Jefferson nickel, and take a look at the date. a 1939. We need a 39S for the Series 3 book, but any mint mark would make it a Key Date Jefferson Nickel. Do we have one? And we do. And that's a Denver mint mark. Yes, it is. It has been a long time since I have found a Key Date Jefferson Nickel. It's not one we need for any of the books, but always one we'll take. 39D, nice low mintage Key Date Jefferson Nickel. Didn't think it was actually going to be a key date based on the circulated condition, but we will take that for sure. Box is definitely doing good. I think that's our 12th or 13th find through 30 rolls, and we still have this one to go. Same roll at a 1947 corroded Jefferson Nickel to the board. And that's a 47 Denver. We'll take that as well. Roll 31. Yet another damaged 1947. Philadelphia this time. Roll number 37. Another Jefferson from 1940. 40 Philadelphia. Roll number 38, just flattened it out, and I see peeking out another 1939. We got the Denver last time. Another 39. Could it be a Philly, or will it be the San Francisco? And it's going to be the Philadelphia. That's the common one. Of course, we can double check it for that nice DDR. I don't see it. Definitely a Philadelphia, and no Henning notch, but I'll wait to make sure. Two 1939s, but one is a Key Date Denver nickel. Roll number 40 is going to give us another 1941 Jefferson Nickel. I almost thought it was a 47 for a second, but it's a 1941 San Francisco. Roll number 46 is going to coincidentally give us a 1946. First from that year in the box. 1946 Philadelphia. Well, we finished that first box. It was a really good box. 19 finds on the board, so one less than I normally like. 20, though, if I include this really nice 1970 San Francisco. Not full steps, but still a nice overall nickel. We'll have to compare it to the albums. We did get a 39D Key Date Jefferson Nickel, a 39P, a 1920 Philadelphia Buffalo Nickel, and a 43S Silver Nickel to go along with a 1995 Canadian Nickel in really nice shape and a tougher 1942 Philly. That being said, take a look at the left side of the board here. A lot of 30s and 40s and older nickels, only two from the 50s in that whole box, and both were 53 Phillies. None in the 59, 58, 57 years. Kind of crazy because typically when I have 19 finds in the box, it's usually mostly 50s with some 40s. So definitely a good box as far as quantity and quality overall, and that makes me happy. Hopefully this is a sister box picked up in the same week from a different bank, but it has the same stamp and it looks similar on the bottom. It'd be nice to see some more better dates and maybe some more silver or buffalo nickels as well. All right, you know, it does look slightly better than the other box. A few more older Jefferson designs, as you can see, especially this one here, and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. So maybe a better box. We'll have to see, although it'll be tough to beat that first box. It did us well. All right, roll number 1 of the second box. I'll bring you back in when I have a find in the second box. Roll number 2 of box number 2 is keeping us in the 40s, and we have our first find from 1949. And that's a 49 Philadelphia. Roll 60 of the 100 roll hunt will give us another 40s Jefferson Nickel. It's a 1941 Philadelphia. And I'll also point out we did get another one from the 50s finally, a 54 Denver. Roll number 63 is going to give us a foreign coin. And we found one of these recently, and I already know what it is. Take a look at that. Confederatio Helvetica. That's going to be a Swiss Rappin. Should be 20 Rappin from 1977. And it is. 20 Rappin, Swiss Helvetica. I got to remember to flip these right. We'll definitely take that. And it's an older one than we normally find. 1977. Very cool. We'll add it to the foreign section and get back to the hunt. Roll number 71. And we're going to have a 1948 Jefferson Nickel from Philadelphia. Just splashed out roll 76. And we have another foreign coin. I saw the copper looking edge. And sure enough, looks like it's going to be a euro. And 5-cent euro. We'll take it. I'm not exactly sure which country it is. Well, I guess we know now. 2017 España. We'll take it. 5-cent euro, that's our fourth foreign. We did add a 1986 Canadian already as well. Now let's find some more halfway through the box. Roll number 88 of the hunt. Another copperish looking edge. Another foreign coin. This time, it's another España. España 2003. I don't think I've ever found two of those in the same box, let alone even one. 5 foreigns now. 12 rolls plus this to go. Roll number 95 of the hunt's going to give us the oldest Jefferson nickel you can find, a first-year issue, 1938, and it looks pretty decent. Could we have our second key date? And we don't. All the 38 Jefferson Nickels are better dates. Even the 38 has a lower mintage, but it definitely would have been nice to grab another Denver or even a San Francisco for the book. That being said, still a nice older Jefferson nickel find. 5 rolls plus this to go. Roll number 98. Another Jefferson nickel from 1940. Minted in Denver. Roll number 98 is going to give me another silver war nickel because I missed it. I was too busy focused on this one and saw that it was a 48, I believe, and we'll get to that one. But the third coin in is going to be a Denver minted silver war nickel. Hopefully it's a 43D. That's a better date. And it's a 45 Denver. Doesn't matter. It's our second silver nickel in 2 boxes, and I'll take it. And since I already have you here, the one that caught me off guard because of the color of the edge as well is going to be a 1948. Let's see if it has a mint mark on this one. And it does, but it's damaged. 1948 Denver. All right, let's get back to the hunt. Hopefully a few more finds. Well, we finished that second nickel box, and it was definitely a much better 2-box hunt than the last video I put out. 44 finds on the board if I include the bright and shinies, which means we had 20 from box 1 and 24 from box 2. Cannot get mad at that. A lot of common stuff up here. We did make a run on the 50s. We even had a pretty nice 1958 Denver right here. Not nice enough to hold on to probably because it's a common one, but still pretty nice. The finds of the 2 boxes are going to be 2 Canadian nickels, 2 5-cent euros from España. We got the 20 Rapin Swiss Helvetica. And then we got a 2009 Denver low minted nickel. A couple of bright and shinies, 1967. Absolutely beautiful. Of course, no steps. They didn't strike those with full steps. And then a 1970S, almost some steps, but not quite enough. We got a 1938 lower minted, a 1939 Philly, and a 1942 Philly. On top of that, we got the Buffalo nickel, 1920 Philly, 2 wartime silver nickels, a 1943 San Francisco, and a 1945 Denver. They're in rough shape. Don't think they're going to upgrade anything. And of course, the find of the box. Yeah, it's not silver, but it's a key date. It's not one we need for the books, but I haven't had a 39D or any key date Jefferson nickel in quite some time. And of course, that makes me happy. I don't know, despite the number of finds, if we have any additions or upgrades, but let me go ahead and compare everything to the books, and I'll bring you guys back in for a look at those books and some final thoughts on this much better 2-box nickel hunt. Well, I've compared all of today's finds to both albums. We do not have any upgrades or additions. We almost had a case for the 48D because the one I found today was nicer on the front of the coin, but it had damage on the back, and I wasn't going to take this one out. That's pretty nice just to put a damaged one in that looks better in the book. So we didn't upgrade that one. The war nickels, as you see, don't upgrade. And of course, that 39D did not upgrade any of the 39Ds from either book. It was still a nice coin overall, just not enough to upgrade. That being said, it was still a fun 2-box hunt. We now have hunted 175 boxes, and you know what we're missing? Still missing that 50D, but at least those 2 boxes gave us some hope, and we found a Key Date Jefferson Nickel. For the Series 3, close call. Needed a 39S or a 38S. Didn't get those. And of course, we need the 50D as well. Now, after 108 boxes searched, 62 of the 65 nickels remain slotted. And once, if I find that 50D and complete Series 2, I will upgrade these nickels into a book just like that. And we'll keep this series going to see if we can beat the other boxes. Although we're running out of time because now I need to find 2 50Ds in the next 59 boxes for Series 3 as well. Oh well, we'll keep hunting, we'll keep having fun, we'll keep adding silver to the collection as well as other goodies. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this 2-box hunt. I sure did. It was definitely a much better 2-box hunt than the last video, like I said before, and that makes me happy and hopeful. If you did, I'd appreciate that thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting, and thanks for watching. Nothing for the books, but a little silver for the silver jar.